Good evening there, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve, and my good buddy Jimmy here's with us tonight. So I just got back into town, did a little bourbon hunting up in Kentucky this morning, rode into town, grabbed some dinner, and my old buddy Jimmy showed up. You want to say hello?
Perfect. Yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm Jimmy. Perfect timing, you know. Just ran into you tonight.
Yeah. So Jimmy said he'd like to come over and try some whiskey, so it's just kind of a random. I pulled out four pretty good ones, or some things I'm sure he's never had before, and we'll do a little tasting. Jimmy's a newbie, so we'll see what he has to offer there, and bear with him. But also I want to give Jimmy this opportunity. He has a YouTube channel of his own, so I'll say a little bit of that if you all don't mind, Bourbon Quest, real briefly, and we'll get into some whiskey.
So I started a channel probably last December. It's just an unboxing channel of like things I find cool, but it's UTJ Man, and that's it, all lowercase, UTJ Man. So if you want to go check it out, go ahead.
Go check it out, Bourbon Quest. Show him some love there. All right. So in front of us, Jimmy, we've got a Michter's 10-year. Well, I actually just opened this either last night or night before. No, it was Wednesday night. Just opened that. I hunted for that bottle for over a year, and acquired it a couple months ago, and literally just opened it a few days ago. So hopefully this couple days is giving it a little oxidation there. It's a very coveted bottle by a lot of people. Next we have Old Carter. This one is batch 7. Old Carter makes some delicious bourbon there, so we'll taste that. This is a 15-year Calumet Farm, 105 proof. Kentucky straight bourbon, and then one of my favorites is a Colonel Taylor single barrel.
I bet that one's good.
So, well, which one do you want to try first?
Let's try this one. I think is going to be the best.
Okay.
So let's do this one last.
Oh, you want to do it last?
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do first?
Let's do that one you hunted for a year.
Just go for the gusto, boy. Right out of the gate.
Which one of these do you think is the best?
It's going to be.
Because you've tried them all, obviously.
I would think it's going to be.
That's what I see. That's what I think.
It's going to be between Old Carter and Colonel Taylor.
So let's do this one first.
But let's do this one because I'm interested to get Jimmy's thoughts on this one because I think a video actually released today, but I opened it Wednesday night and shared my thoughts on this.
Yo, light on me. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Probably. Is it like frowned upon to not drink it all? No. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just drink it. Sip it. Okay.
Yeah, we're just sipping it.
Right.
So usually what you want to do is kind of take your glass here, Jimmy. You want to swirl it around there, give it a little air, let it breathe. You can then kind of take a look at the color, and then when you swirl it there, you can notice if it's sticking to the glass. They call that the legs.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like wine then.
Yeah. Yeah. Very similar aging, and then you can go in with your sniffer there and try and pick out the different notes. And a lot of times you want to go like this. A lot of times most people like we do it and then so go like to the other nostril.
One nostril in there?
Because your one nostril will be predominantly better than the other one.
What's the proof on this one?
It's not very high. It is 94.4, I believe. I gotta get my other glasses on that I can read with. It's not very high proof. It is, 94.4.
Need that?
I got it. 94.4. So.
All right. So like smell wise, man, I'm new to this. Like,
it's all right.
I'm just getting like, I do get like a wood smell.
Oh yeah, I would agree. I get
like I'm in a barn.
Yeah, caramel, and you do get that oak. You definitely get that oak from that 10 years of aging on that. All right, and then you can, whenever you're ready, you can go in for a little sip there, a little sippy poo.
A little drinky poo. Whew.
I'm still tasting that charred oak. It does have a nice Kentucky hug on it.
Yeah,
for 94 proof, it does have a good hug.
The way it just like settles on the tongue, I don't know if it numbs the tongue, but it's just like I don't know how to describe it.
Do you
like I've never sipped like this.
Have you?
I always drinking on ice.
Yeah. Do you taste that that oak, that wood, that barn you were talking about.
Definitely.
Yeah, I do too.
Definitely. It's like
I'm not a fan of this. I mean, I had such high expectations for this, and I think it's just too oaky.
So when you said, what do you call it, a Kentucky pool?
Kentucky hug.
Does that mean it's got like
That
some?
means it's when it goes down in your esophagus and you can feel it going down there.
Yeah.
They call that the Kentucky hug.
It's definitely got some heat to the throat.
Yeah, man. And which is, I will say, the hug is surprisingly good for that low of a proof. It drinks hotter than the proof, in my opinion. Because that's barely a little over what a Blanton's is, and Blanton's is just smooth, and this is got some heat on her.
I wouldn't consider that smooth.
I don't consider this one. This is oaky.
Yeah, but I mean, pretty good, honestly.
I mean,
you don't like it?
I'm not a fan of
it. Do you think hunting for it warranted how good it is?
Well, I will say this, that when I did it Wednesday night, I did it blind. I didn't know what I was drinking, and I rated it 3rd out of 4 bottles. So I was very disappointed that, and then now drinking it even when I know what it is, it's still not good. In my opinion, to me. Now, if you like that oakiness, like if Jimmy Bedford was still with us from Jack Daniel's 6th Master Distiller there, he loved oaky stuff. And, he'd probably like that. It's just not my flavor profile. It's too oaky in my opinion, for me. But, alright. So, that's a 10-year. Let's go to the Calumet, and we'll save those two for last. This is a 15-year-old, 105 proof. So, take a little pour. Get a little cork pop.
This is 15 years old, aged.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first one?
10. So, potentially this could be even more oaky and woody.
The longer you age it, the more of a burn it's going to
have? Well, no. Depends more on the proof. The longer the age is, you get a couple different things. Is you have exposed to that wood longer, so that's where you get that oakiness flavor like we had on that first one. The other thing is, the longer you age it, the more it enters and exits the inner layers of the barrel. So when it's hot, the barrels extract, and when it's cold, it contracts. So that moves that whiskey in and out of the wood. That's what picks up your flavors. So two things.
Just it sitting there, it does that. Okay.
Yep. So that's where whiskey gets not only its color, because it goes in just as clear as your glass of water. And then with being in that barrel, it takes on the colors in there, and then also the flavors from each of those wood staves as it goes in and out of the wood, picking up whether it be vanilla, caramel, cherry, banana, whatever. So.
Well, the smell on this one, it just smells smoother to me.
I agree.
Just the smell.
Yeah, I get cherry and blackberry.
See, I'm not getting any fruit.
I'm getting mainly cherry, blackberry, obviously a little vanilla and caramel, butterscotch.
I might get a little vanilla in there.
All right, I haven't had this in a while, so a little taste. Now that's sweet.
Way smoother.
It's more on the front palate.
Yep.
Don't get that same Kentucky hug on that one as I did the other one, which it's a higher proof. It wants to sit mainly on the front of the palate, not even so much the middle or back. Very front palate forward. Cherry. I did get some of that oak, but it's not overly so.
That had no throat burn for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Which in my head, I just think is a smoother.
I agree.
When I think of high quality, I'm thinking smooth is the ticket. Is what you want.
That's what a lot of newbies think. I will let you know. A lot of people on whiskey too, they hate the word smooth.
What are they like? What are they?
But nobody always say it and use it. It's just because everybody says, "Ooh, that's smooth."
Yeah,
and it's
like it literally is.
But it's smoother than. I agree with you. It is smoother.
I mean, it's still got a burn.
It drinks easier. I mean, that's what we're saying. Is it drinks easier when we say smooth or
Which
more inviting on, especially for someone new.
For a new person,
for a new
is
person.
good. It's better.
I agree. I mean, it's better. That's better than that, in my opinion, too.
Like, so if it's like your best bottle, like your best sip, would you rather have a Kentucky Hug or not?
I mean, I want it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I want it to have that flavor. I want to have a little. I mean, I don't want it to like make me jump out of my seat, but I want to. Yeah, I want to feel
something.
I want to feel it. But that's better. All right.
I agree with that.
All right. I think we're gonna do
We're saving this for the
Old
last.
Carter, and then we'll end up with Colonel Taylor. All right, Old Carter. I saw this same batch bottle for $50 more than I paid for it at a store that I will not disclose at this time. But I'm just like, y'all are out of your minds. It's already expensive at $200 a bottle. This is a $200 bottle too.
That's what I'm talking about. Just the color on this is darker. It looks to me. What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe the more quantity you put in
Now-
it, the darker it is, though.
No,
That might be it.
no, that shouldn't really have anything to do with it. But, and I don't know the age on this. If one of you on Bourbon Quest happen to know, feel free to put it in the comments. I know it's 117.2 proof. This is bottle number 301 out of 1529.
Can I do something real quick?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a close up of each one, and then you can link the close up in your description.
The nose on this is got more spice.
I think this can be the
Black
best.
pepper, cooking spice. I'm getting black pepper, cooking spice, tobacco.
That's gonna be the best one right there.
So yeah, I'm getting on this Old Carter. I'm getting black pepper, cooking spice. Very inviting. Nose is nice. I like it. I like that spice. I'm going in for a taste. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Now that's some mighty damn good bourbon there. It just, I'm getting that spice and that cherry.
That one tastes better.
Oh yeah.
Like, actually tastes better.
The finish is like I'm still getting it.
That's number one by far.
Yeah.
Those are the other two.
That
was this one?
No, that was this one. The
Old Carter?
Yeah.
That one.
The finish. I mean, finish is still even hanging on a little bit right now. That's just got a ton of flavor. Man, I could sip on that for a while. And the nose is really good. Black pepper and cooking spice and vanilla. All right, I'm going in for another taste. Just very sweet. Man, it just hangs out.
The taste was just so much better.
Mm-hmm.
It did, like, me being new, a lot of this just tastes like whiskey to me.
Mm-hmm.
This one actually, the taste was better.
The Carter's doing an amazing job of blending whiskeys. I mean, so the old Carter, and I don't know the exact number. I know they've had several wines that have gotten a perfect 100, but the Carters, Mark and Sherry Carter, are the husband-wife team that make this bottle right here, and I don't know the exact dates or, but they've been doing this for 4, 5, 6 years at the most. But they got their start. They were world-renowned winemakers, and fell in love with bourbon. Moved from California out to Kentucky.
That's the thing about wine too, is it's a craft.
Yeah,
also.
and that's what they're masters of it. And they took their knowledge and experience and stuff from multiple years in the wine business, and their new love passion and love for bourbon and brought some of those same things, and they're killing it. I'm very happy with that bottle.
Was
Maybe I
that
should
a
have
hard
bought
bottle to get? I mean, them being new, probably not.
It's not extremely hard. They don't have wide distribution like I got mine in Kentucky. You cannot get it in Tennessee. I know that. I know there's a few other states. I know it's distributed in California because that's where the Carters are from. Kentucky, and if you know in comments where other places, maybe DC, Virginia. But so their distribution is not very wide. Of course, they produce very small batches. I mean, this one's like 1,500 bottles. They're up to batch 10 or 11 now, but and on the bourbons. Now they do a rye and they do an American whiskey. I've only had the bourbon, but excellent. All right, time for some Colonel Taylor. The old Colonel. So Colonel Taylor is the one that instituted the first Food and Drug, basically Consumer Protection Act. It was on whiskey before it was ever on food. So in 1897 they created the Bottled and Bond Act, and that was due to Colonel Taylor, because back in that time people were putting.
When was this?
1897.
Oh.
So bottled and bond. To be bottled and bond, it has to be at least 4 years old, one distillery in season, in a federally bonded warehouse. Has to be exactly 100 proof, and there's some other things, but those are the main ones.
Is this like buying bonds?
No,
Like stocks?
it's a bonded warehouse, so the government oversees that you're not putting tobacco spit and other things in there, because people were, before this act was instituted, people were dying from whiskey, with it being people putting gasoline or kerosene in there and whatever else, and
so it just held them accountable.
so it created a standard that the consumer knew what they were buying, and they could be assured that not only was it good, but it wasn't going to kill them.
So we're looking at like two sides of the spectrum. They're brand new. They're from 1800s.
Yeah, but so now that was an important thing in 1897, in my opinion. Granted, it still has to follow all those letters of the law, but now it's mainly a marketing tool, because none of these are bottled and bond. They're not going to kill you. They're great whiskey, especially the old Carter. It's more, I think, instituted as a market. Everybody has their bottled and bond whiskey. Yeah, but let's check it out. So it's 100 proof. Sweet cherry. Getting a lot of cherry on mine. Some like apple.
I can see that.
All right, I'm going in for a taste. That's my favorite part. Yeah, I'm getting some spice, caramel, vanilla, chocolate. I'm getting some really good chocolate, very heavy chocolate notes on that. What do you think, Jimmy?
Nope, not it for me.
You don't like it? What?
I gotta put it at 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm definitely gonna go.
This one just.
I mean, this is gonna be this will be my number one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, this. I don't know. I was expecting more, just because this was. I thought, since it's a single barrel, like in my head, I just think single barrel is like the best.
Yeah.
And then
not necessarily
hearing about their background, my expectations were high.
Yeah.
And
that obviously that's part of it. Is we have certain expectations. That's why sometimes we do these blind. I mean, I had high expectations for this, and did it blind and was deeply disappointed. Even now, I was hoping it would open. It may still change. I mean, it's still only been open a couple of days, but I mean, even today, it's not gotten any better in my opinion. Now, I like the Colonel Taylor. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I obviously think this one's the first out of this lineup. I mean, these are a little bit different. Let me go in for one more taste. I mean, they're just different. like, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I might very well put this one second, and this one third.
Yeah, that's
I think they're just different, and then that one's still
that's not.
It was not worth the hunt, in my opinion. For those of you that love it, I'm glad that you do, and I'm still hoping that it changes. But
where are all these located?
As far as where they're made and distributed, well, Michter's is Louisville, Kentucky, and you can go by Michter's downtown Louisville on Whiskey Row, right near Old Forester, Angel's Envy, Peerless, all those. Colonel Taylor's Buffalo Trace, which is in Frankfort, Kentucky, the capital of Kentucky. I was just up there earlier today. I was able to get a bottle of Blanton's. And then Calumet Farms is I believe is a sourced whiskey. So it's I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Bardstown Bourbon Company is basically the contract distiller for Calumet Farms, which is in Bardstown, Kentucky. But it is a Kentucky straight whiskey, so I'm pretty confident that that's correct. Old Carter is a blended whiskey, so they source from all kinds of different places.
Their materials are.
They may be getting stock from Barton. They may be getting some stock from Jim Beam, Bardstown Bourbon Company. You know, each batch they source their whiskey from different places and then blend those together to create some damn good whiskey or bourbon.
Yeah.
So
but probably Kentucky.
Oh yeah, now I think they do source. They source also from MGP, which is Indiana. MGP, I'm sure, is utilized in their sourcing as well, which MGP does a lot of sourcing for a lot of different whiskeys. And but yeah. So Jimmy, this is your first night on Bourbon Quest. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a good start. Cool. You know, I definitely want to get back on the channel.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing. Y'all need to like what he's doing, because the knowledge that he has it's passion. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely is a passion, and
just the knowledge is just like it is.
And I like sharing it. Knowledge. I mean, that's the thing is I like sharing it.
This
with
is
you,
a great
Bourbon
platform.
Quest. Yeah, I love sharing it with you out there, all over this great country of ours and world and beyond. Now that we're going into space. But also having people, friends of mine over like Jimmy that, have not been exposed to a lot of these different bourbons and whiskeys, and to expose them to that. And, it's always nice too to kind of get some feedback from someone that
like a totally different perspective.
Yeah, that isn't snooty about it, or, well, this doesn't have the flavor profile that I like,
Is it like that? Is it like that in the bourbon industry?
There's some certain niches of that for sure. Yeah. But our main thing here is to share some knowledge, have some fun, and share with it. I mean, whiskey's meant to be shared and enjoyed, and that's what it's all about. Our thing here too is that it is bourbon hunting season. I went hunting today.
Did you tell them where you went today?
I went to.
Or are you saving that for?
No, I mean I can tell them. I went to Heaven Hill, which they're on strike. I forgot about that. Somebody even told me that. I went on to Four Roses. Went to Woodford. Went to Wild Turkey. Just your run of the mill stuff there. Nothing exciting there. Did go to Buffalo Trace, saw some people at Woodford. Blanton's was being given out there today. That will be in a video. And so I was able to get a bottle of Blanton's. So, I mean, I'm not trying to poo-poo on that. I mean, I always will take a bottle of Blanton's at retail. But it was, nothing. I didn't score a big buck today. Yeah. I got, just your run-of-the-mill average.
So, like, when you say big buck, is that meaning you're getting something for less, like something good for less than what you should be paying?
Like when I got this bottle a couple months ago, I consider I got a big buck.
Because you searched a year for it.
But then I ate the meat and I was like, the meat's not.
Yeah, the
good
meat
on
it was
it."
a little sour. That buck had been eating some weird stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, when the last time I went up to Kentucky, I mean, I got like 24 bottles.
So I saw your one video of the birthday cake.
Oh, the birthday bourbon.
So what was that? Why was that such a special bourbon? Is it like just a very limited?
Yeah, it's very limited, and
You can't get it?
It's released once a year, and they take one day out of the year, and all the whiskey they produce from that day is utilized in birthday bourbon, and it comes out every September the 2nd in honor of George Garvin Brown's birthday, the founder of Old Forester.
Have you tried it? You ever just taken a sip of it? Oh, so there's always next year.
I just wanted. I don't.
You want to take a sip?
I mean, I will go get a pour. I will go get a pour somewhere sometime, maybe. But
You
I'm
want your
one
own
of those
bottle.
that
You want
like,
your own bottle, yeah. I know what you. I know
it's
you're
like
thinking.
I want my own girlfriend. I don't want. I
I can see you popping that top finally and taking that sip.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's always next year. So.
Oh yeah, and I may still get it in a lottery at at a large liquor store or whatever. Those are available. I know of one liquor store that will be in their lottery here locally that got 6 bottles of it. So there's always that chance.
They're gonna charge.
No, it's a lottery. So basically the way the lottery works, Jimmy, is like there might be 5,000 people in the lottery, and they may have, and it won't just be birthday bourbon. They'll have usually a list of 10, 15 different bourbons. You rank them, so they may have at best 500 bottles in their lottery. There might be 5,000 or more people that sign up for that lottery. So you rank your bottles. Say they got 15, 1 through 15. If you're the first person picked, you'll get your number 1 bottle, which I got a 4 Roses Limited in the last lottery. That was my number 1 bottle. If you're the 500th person picked and your first, second, third, fourth choice have already been gone, then you'll get your 5th bottle. So and you get the opportunity to purchase it at retail. So, for instance, if it was a
so you don't. It's not like a lottery where you just get it.
No,
you
get the opportunity to buy it.
It's really like that getting these bottles. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So it's not like you got to know someone type deal.
Well, there's that aspect too. I get some that way.
So you building relationships, connections. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
You let them know you got the channel going.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, I got some exclusive things coming up. So stay tuned, Bourbon Quest. There's luck involved with these lotteries, but there's a lot of relationship building too. I mean, I literally went into a store on my way back that I stopped in a month ago, and the guy remembered me and recognized me and was like, "Hey, how'd you like that whiskey?" And I was like, "It was good." I said, "I did a video on it. You should check it out." And I said, "I gave a shout out to your store in it, blah, blah, blah." He goes, "Oh, man, thank you." I said, "I was going to call you and let you know. I've just been busy, and I knew I was coming up here, so I thought I'd stop in. And if I saw you again, tell you in person, or if I didn't see you, I was going to call you or whatever." He goes, "No, man, we appreciate it." So, yeah. And it wasn't anything crazy, but he remembered it, and yeah. And that's a store that's out of my state that I don't know. There's several stores that I frequent at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 times a week.
Is there like stores here though that like Kentucky? I just feel like Kentucky's such a better.
Knoxville has.
Oh, Knoxville does.
Yeah, Knoxville has a good bourbon community for sure, and great stores. I will say, like one of the things I will give a shout out to the Knoxville bourbon community by large is that we have a lot of stores that do some really great store picks. And I'm not going to name each and every one of them individually, but we are very fortunate to have the number of store picks in and around the Knoxville area on a regular basis. And they're all over the place. And so a store pick, Jimmy, is basically a store. Like if you owned a liquor store, you own Jimmy's Liquor Store, you would say, "I want to do a store pick of Colonel Taylor," for instance. Which good luck with that. But if you got
a store can get a bottle easier than a person.
So what you do on a store pick is you buy a whole barrel.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
A whole barrel worth of bottles?
Yes. So let's say these are $100 a bottle, and you're going to get $200 a bottle. That barrel is going to cost you $20,000. So you're going to have to send a check to Colonel Taylor for 20 G's, and they'll get you 4 or 5 barrels, and you'll taste a little out of each one. You say, I like barrel number